Hey brothers and sisters, I wanted to share this quick 4-minute video by this lady who is talking about family obligations, family dysfunctions, manipulation, control. Perhaps you grew up in a family like this, but I was thinking along the lines of the religious aspect of it and why so many people find it hard to leave their family churches or their family religion in order to follow Christ. And I know for myself, I can identify with some of the things with what this lady says, growing up Catholic and some other things. So just listen to what she has to say here. It could also fall into generational curses as well.
Family system. On the outside, it looks like love. But the thing is, there'll be certain members of that family, they thrive on control and manipulation. And that control and manipulation is disguised as love. And what you'll notice is that illusion of closeness that they show to the outside world and the illusion that they actually show to one another, like is how close we are. It's only because I care, it's only because I love you. Well, then there's no way it's love, because you're not allowed to have any boundaries in an enmeshed relationship. Boundaries don't exist. You're not to have your own autonomy, your own preferences. You're not to have your identity. I mean, you'll be put down, dismissed, shut down, even rejected. Your life should be an open book in an enmeshed family. You must be micromanaged because they're entitled to have access to all of your information. And any attempt of independence, that will be met with dismissal, manipulation, guilt tripping, and like I say, you can even find yourself being rejected by the family, being discarded by the family, withholding love in order for you to get back and to conform to the way that they want you to behave for them, because you must be dependent on them, or you must be there to meet their needs emotionally. Because in an enmeshed relationship, then if someone is sad, then you've got to be sad too. If someone is feeling angry, then you must feel angry about that thing too. If someone has fallen out with someone, you better fall out with them as well, because that's that fierce loyalty. You must choose a side. And even when there's dysfunction and even when there's bad behaviours, you must turn a blind eye to it. And you must put up and shut up, because this is family. We are blood. And we are more important than anything or anyone else. And that means that we're putting people's needs and we're putting people's growth to the back burner at the expense of them, but we're to make sure that the family and the loyalty is maintained. And that loyalty is also weaponized many times, in these types of situations, particularly where maybe someone in the family wants to go off and do something for themselves, maybe meet someone else from outside the family, and they don't like it because the person from the outside is bringing a new mindset in, which is really threatening to the family. That family member will be isolated. And so the person, in fact, that's probably coming from the outside, they'll be name called and abused, but that's in purpose to make sure that the family member gets back and becomes compliant again and, gets on with the way things were. So this type of dysfunctional pattern isn't just something that just happens. This will have been generational stuff that will be passing on these unhealthy relational patterns. And it's all, like I say, in the disguise of this family unity, right? We are one. But if you're part of that type of family, I know for a fact that you'll probably struggle with your self-esteem. You'll probably struggle with your self-worth. You'll probably have anxiety, and at times you'll feel depressed. And you struggle to break free from this type of stuff because the relationships are actually built on nothing that's close to love. It's control, it's manipulation, but actually foundationally it's fear, it's obligation, and it's guilt. So breaking free from these types of toxic patterns, I think, is very, very important. And it's not just about breaking free in order to become yourself. It's about breaking free to protect yourself. But even more than that, it's about refusing to continue to perpetuate this type of abusive cycle, toxic cycle, but also the damage and the harm that these types of relationships do to people within the family and also out with the family too. So I hope that makes sense.